What's up, guys? It's Elo. I'm here with another video today. I know I haven't done a craft video in a while, so I thought, well, why not? So I'm gonna do a craft video today. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notifications bell. Thank you for those of you who already subscribed. I appreciate all your support. I've also created different playlists so that way you can find the videos you want to see easier, depending on what category they are, since I do film based off of different categories. Crafts is one of them, and I will try to create that crafts playlist soon. So let's get started. This video I'm going to teach you how to make a wallet out of paper. So as you can tell, I have a pretty big piece of paper right here. This is a 19 by 25 inch sheet of paper. It doesn't need to be this big. Well, no, it needs to be about this big. It doesn't need to be the exact same size as I just told you. But if you did this with, let's say, letter size paper, you wouldn't be able to get the actual wallet because it would be too small. So let's get started. So the materials you need are pencil or pen, obviously the piece of paper, a ruler for making measurements and making folds, and later on you're gonna need a really sharp edge like a knife. I wouldn't recommend using scissors because you could cut yourself with the blade, because I'll show you a demonstration. I have scissors right here. I don't want you guys doing this because you could hurt yourself because you're pressing your hand against the blade. So I'm just gonna use a knife, which is much safer just for this project. So I'm also gonna use a piece of glass, which I will pull out when I need to cut the paper. So let's get started. I'm gonna put this aside right now. What we need to do first is fold the paper in half. Just a quick heads up, this might be a bit confusing when I found out the instructions, but I'm going to try to make it as easy for you guys to understand, so that way you won't be as confused as I was. Try to fold it as accurate as you can. If you want like a good wallet, try to fold it really accurate. It may be kind of hard to do with a piece of paper this big, but it's pretty much doable. Crease it. Don't crease it too much though. Just kind of like run your thumb along the crease, and then you should have this. Pretty simple, huh? So then you just fold this in half right like this. To the other side, make sure they line up. I also want to excuse for the sorry for the camera view. I don't know why, but when this phone, I saw it in camera view, like just for taking pictures, it was zoomed out, but when the video, it zooms in for the video, so just bear with me here, but you will be able to see the full sheet of paper now because I folded it. So now that you have this, you fold it into basically like four corners, or like four sections. So what you're gonna do is now the measuring starts with the folding. So you're going to take your ruler and you're going to measure off about 3/4. I have this kind of long because I needed to kind of like use this to fold. So measure off about 3/4 of an inch. Right there. Measure it off on both sides, so about right there. You may not be able to see it, but left a little mark right there just to show me where 3/4 of an inch is. And then after that, I'm going to fold it. So how I fold this, since I want to be as exact as I can be, I just make sure to line it up to a right angle. Make sure the ruler is at a right angle to the piece of paper, and then I take one flap of the paper and kind of like press it along the ruler while keeping my hand on the ruler, and then there you have a nice clean fold. And do the same for the other side. Just to be as exact as I can, I'm gonna measure off 3/4 again. You could also measure it off based on the fold that I just made, but I just want to be exact for this video. 3/4 is right here. So you notice how I marked it off right there. And then I'm going to line up my ruler and just crease it off. So I mean, humans aren't perfect, so this isn't gonna be exactly perfectly folded right here, but it's as close as I can get when it comes to accuracy of this thing. But you should have kind of this folded piece of paper, 3/4 inch folds on each side. Now, this probably might be one of the trickiest parts to do in this thing, but you have to split this into 3 different parts. So what I did in order to do that is I took my ruler and I measured off right here. So you gotta measure off from this line. As I was doing this one time, I messed it up by measuring off of this fold right here. You do not want to do it. You want to measure it off of this line, the distance from right here to right here, to between these 2 sides. That's what you want to do. So it's just straighten that out, and then you only need to do this for one side, not the other, because you just crease for the paper. So what you do is just measure it, put it on the edge and just measure it. You get about 11.5. And now I'm going to take my calculator So 11.5 divided by 3 is 3.83. So I'm just going to try to use that to the nearest eighth, which would be about let's try 7 divided by 8. That's too much, so do 6 divided by 8. And that's about what you want. So 3/4 again, I guess you could say. So 1 3/4. So 3 3/4 basically, because 9 divided by 3 is 3. That's the least you can get to 11. And then you just add 0.75 to the 3, and you get the closest you can get to 10.5 or 11.5. My bad. So you just add every 3.75 inches. So I'm going to take my ruler and start measuring that off. So you're gonna have a bit left over on this side, so I've made my 2 marks. This is 1/3, this is another third, this is the last third. The last third is gonna have a bit more space, since you can't divide 11.5 into 3 even parts. It's gonna give you a non-terminating number. So this is what we have for now. So what we just do is we just crease it. You can do this for the whole paper. You can fold it on both sides. Just make sure you're as accurate as you can possibly be. Need to crease it there. And then it's going to show for the other side. And then I'm going to do this last one real quick. Alright, so we've successfully split our paper into almost even thirds. So you can see this one's a bit wider out. So now you have to unfold your paper, and you should have this. So yeah, you should have 8 different folds. So to make your life much easier, you take your pen and you put a letter in each fold. So this is going to be called A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. That way it'll be easier for you to keep track of where you are in terms of the folding. F, G, and H. And then do it to the other side, except you're going to have to do it a bit, you have to do it backwards. So start from H and end at A. So H, G, F, E, D, C, B, and A. Alright. So you should have this and this. So 8 folds, lettered on each side. And then now you start doing the basic folding for this wallet. So you're gonna have to fold this in half. Fold the whole thing in half. Like this. So you should have DCBA facing upwards. Now you take your C and you fold it over D. So you fold, first of all, you fold A inwards like this. And then you fold C over D like this. So you fold this in half like this. And then now F, G, and H should be showing. Now you want to kind of fold H in a bit. And then you fold B inwards, kind of make sure you have a good fold for B. If it's kind of hard to fold and you feel like you're going to wrinkle or mess up your paper badly, try using your ruler to help you. There we go, that helps greatly. So you should have your B, your A, and then you fold your G and H over. And then here you can tell they have to fold together, they have to coincide like this. They should fold a decent bit nicely in there, so they fold like this. They kind of like hook onto each other. So this is what you should have. If you guys got confused on what I just did right there, feel free to go back in the video to where you were before. Now you take the whole paper and you fold it completely in half. It's a bit tricky considering how many folds I've done on this paper already. Now I'm trying to crease this really, really good to make sure it stays on. Notice how the camera kind of shook because I was trying to crease this really hard, my bad. But now you take this and you fold it in half. Actually, you can fold it in half whichever way, it doesn't really matter too much, but fold it in half like this. Don't worry too much about the wrinkles, you can't be perfect about this, but that's what you should have right here. Looks kind of like a wallet, but don't worry, we're not done yet. This is where you get to the cutting part. So I'm gonna have my piece of glass right here because I don't want to cut through this desk. So I'm going to be as safe as possible in doing this. But what you basically want to do is you want to cut off these corners right here. Don't go big, don't cut off a lot, just cut off a tad bit. You'll see when I do it. I'm just going to use the ruler to help me with my cutting. You can also use an X-Acto knife for this too. I just didn't want to have one on me at the moment, I just had this on me at the moment. It can be a bit messy when you cut it like this, but make sure to keep your hands away from the knife as far as you can possibly hold it, and make sure to try to cut away towards you. Like I'm cutting this way and my body is right there. So many folds that I had to cut through, so that's why it's taking a bit longer than normal. Alright, now the other corner. Try to make it kind of symmetrical. It's going to be hard unless if you calculate like the actual angle and all that stuff, but you don't have to go into all that stuff. You just cut off an angle. So about right there seems right. Yeah, that's good. Almost there. I'm using a knife again because I told you I didn't want to use the scissors, and I tried cutting it like the normal way you would cut scissors, and it did not work out well for me, so that's why I'm cutting it with this knife. So this might take you a while to do. Once again, be very careful not to cut yourself. If you're a little kid watching this video, have a parent or someone older doing this for you to make sure that you don't get hurt. So I just got a bit more to go, and then I'm almost done. See if I can completely cut this off. Once again, it's a lot of folds, so it just takes forever to cut through. Okay, I still got just a little bit more to go. There we go. Alright, see how much of a mess this made. So this one's a bit messier than this side, but oh well, it's not too big of a deal. So now you have these kind of like flaps, these pockets that you can put in to make sure you have one big wallet pocket. So what you do is you have about 6 of them. So I'm going to count them for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These middle 2, you split them apart. That's your wallet pocket. So you just take these 3, you take half of them, fold them kind of backwards. Don't crease them, just fold it, and then fold it the other way, and then put it inside the pocket. Try to tuck it in as much as you can to make sure that it doesn't like unfold suddenly. Same for the other side. I'm gonna fold it back, and then fold it that same way to tuck it in. There you have half of a wallet. Now the other half. Do the same thing. Find the middle. Split them apart. And fold them back. You might be asking why you would need to make a wallet maybe. This is in case if you lost one or you don't have one. This is an emergency like backup wallet maybe. I'm not sure what else you would use this for, but I mean, it's fun, you know. It's kind of a craft thing you can do if you're bored or something. So, there you have it. You have a finished wallet. This took quite a while to make. This is actually kind of my longest video ever for now, but you have pockets in the sides, and you also have actual pockets that look like wallet pockets. You have 4 pockets that you can put stuff in, folds and all that stuff, and if you really want to waterproof it, you can put wax on it. Like, check out my wax video if you haven't already. I teach you how to waterproof paper, and then you can go through that process. But yeah, this is what a wallet looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry, it kind of took a while. This was a kind of a painful process, especially the cutting, as you can tell. Yeah, thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget that to hit that notifications bell to keep up with my latest uploads. I'm trying to post every single day of the year until the end of 2019, and I'm still going to keep posting. So stay posted for all the videos I make. So thank you guys for all your support, and see you next time. Thank you for watching.